So we'll wait till she's done. Okay, I think she's done. So first, we made sure the reason we bought this yard is we knew we could grow a lot on it. We inherited all of these trees. We have our 2 apple trees that we eat the apples. We've made applesauce, and we make cider out of. This section right here, we're gonna plant a bunch of different varieties of plants that thrive in the Northwest here, or flowers that thrive, that will help attract beneficial insects and pollinators to the garden. So we'll have tomatoes and peppers, spinach, and the kohlrabi, and kale and Brussels sprouts, beets and carrots kind of once I get to it, onions through this row right here. Once the sweet peas are harvested, then cucumbers will go there. 3 different varieties of beets, which are my all-time favorite food.
Hailey's trying to grow pretty much all of the produce for our wedding this summer so we can feed 170 people. It's been quite the challenge.
For it to work effectively, it all has to work together. You take out one piece and the rest of it isn't going to work as well.
You are going on a run. Let's get scratching.
In the past few years, a lot of what we've really been becoming more and more aware of is just really that the larger systems that are controlling the way food and energy and goods are produced and distributed is not necessarily healthy or sustainable, especially in our country right now. A lot of the practices that have been going on are not really viable in the long term, or else they're just very energy or resource intensive. And then trying to still live a happy and healthy lifestyle, but be very intentional about being ethical and sustainably minded with our practices.
The more that we learned about how to take care of the environment, the more that we learned your food choices are a big part of that. Your carbon footprint is affected by how you eat. So that's driven a lot of the decisions in the community that we've made here in Tacoma. We have our property that we work here. It's just a ½ acre, and we're not even working it to its full potential. So we make sure that we get our produce from here or from farmers markets. If we do have to go to the store, there's certain kind of checklists we go through in our brain. Our eggs come from down the road from our friends. Any meat that we purchase from our friends who are raising it either 2 miles down the road or down in Olympia. All of our dairy products come from the Olympic Peninsula, which is just a little ways away. We choose to source locally for the carbon footprint because we can get more information that way. We can learn where our food is coming from and who else is making those intentional decisions with their properties as well.
Being mindful of resource use and energy consumption, carbon footprint, all of those things, it's just part of the larger goal of helping just humanity in general continue to survive and thrive. It's not a sacrifice, we live incredibly luxurious lives, and it's to the point where we really don't have to sacrifice in order to live that same life, but do so in a less harmful manner.
Hi.
We're doing a nice hike up Mount Townsend here in Washington State, and we're going to take you with us. Let's enjoy the ride.
Then we grew a little.
Standing on top of a mountain looking out over the sound at your daily work problems look pretty small compared to the big picture.
It takes a boy to live, but it takes a man to pretend.
I don't know, it's like a giddiness almost, right? We get up on the hike and we're weird and we're dorks and it's exciting, but there's no judgment. When you're outdoors, there's no judgment from the environment, from the people around you. Like, it's just the purest sort of fun.
Selfish shore. It's a long road to wisdom, but a short one to being ignored. Be my eyes, be my heart, be my eyes.
Mount Townsend. And it's très bien.
Unfortunately, we are done for the day adventuring. We have to leave this beautiful place that we've found. Such a beautiful place. I'm not going to tell you where it is because it's so beautiful. There's a really nice bridge. It fell down once upon a time, a long time ago. But we're out for the day. It's been a great adventure day and I hope you all enjoyed it too.
We are currently in Tacoma, Washington. Now we're outside Hailey and Jacob's house and it is our final night.
Hanging out with those guys.
We spent the whole day hanging out, checking out their farm. We got some sweet interviews with them. They showed us around their garden, which was très bien.
Do you know what the cool thing about their farm is? It's their house. It's a house farm.
And they get all their food, their meats and things like that, and their eggs and everything else locally, which is Tumba sick.
And they're just really, 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 really cool people.
Yeah, they're super rad people. We have spent 2 or 3 days here now. Unsure. Still in Tacoma. Now, well, the next few days, we got some pretty heckers days coming up. Hopefully go check out a hatchery. Hopefully go check out one of the hydro dams that we got invited to after the conference. And we're going to go run an event up at Puget Sound Solar this Friday night with Stu Frothingham, which is frankly one of the coolest names ever. Jolly's going on a Tumba cool, fun Tesla ride on a Friday.
Have I ever driven a Model X? But I'm really looking forward to driving a Model X. Anybody who knows anything about Tesla will know why I made those sounds. Thank you, Jacob and Hailey. You guys have been excellent. Oh, thank you, Jacob and Hailey. You guys have been awesome. So we're leaving Jacob and Hailey's house. They've been awesome, letting us stay here. The van's all packed up and we're ready to head off on our next adventure.
We are off to a sustainable fish hatchery by the name of Keta something. A good friend Davo, who allowed us to stay here for a couple of nights during the conference last week, has spoken to the management of his workplace. He works at a sustainable fish hatchery near a place called Black Diamond, and that's where we're heading to.
So attractive, I won't close my eyes.